In this video, we are going to talk about logarithms or logarithmic functions. Logarithmic functions. Logarithmic functions. So, what are these logarithmic functions? What is a log? What is a logarithmic function? So a log is a function that is written in form of. So a log is a function that is written in form of. So we are talking about logarithm. So a log is a function that is written in form of y is equals to log. Let me begin by doing this. In form of, let's say for example you have y is equals to a to the power x. So when you want to write this one as a log, it is going to be x is equals to log a to the power y. So this is how a log is written. So this one, on logarithmic functions, this one, the y is called the power, this one is called the base. This one is called the power, this one is called the base. So a log is a function that is written in form of y is equals to a to the power x. Then it will become x is equals to log a to the power y. That's how it works. So as someone who want to know logs, as someone who want to understand logarithms, you need to understand the laws of indices. The laws of indices. You need to understand the laws of indices. So what are these laws of indices? We have one, what we call the product rule. We have the quotient. We also have the multiplication, the plus and the minus, and also have the power rule. So we'll start with this one. When you're having m times m, then here to the power n, there to the power b. So under the laws of indices, when it is multiplication, you do what? When it is multiplication, you add the powers. If the bases are the same and it is multiplication, you need to add the powers. So what are you going to have? You're going to have is equals to, so it will be m to the power open there, n plus b. That becomes your answer. So when you have multiplication and you're having same bases, you just add the powers. That's what you do. You just add the powers. Secondly, when you have, let's say m minus m, there you have power a, there b. So one thing you need to understand, when it is subtraction and you're having the same bases, you divide the powers. So you're going to have m, there it will be a divided by b. Then again, one thing you need to understand is that when you have m to the power 0, any number or letter raised to the power 0, it's 1. So any number or letter that is raised to the power 0 is 1. So you need to understand this. And then again, under the rules of indices, if you want to change a fraction to a whole number, for example, you have 1 over m to the power 2. When you want to change this one into a whole number or into a decimal number, what you need to do is you just remove the 1 on top you even put a negative to the power of m. That implies that you have changed this one. You remove the one on top, and then you introduce the negative to the power of the denominator. So you remove the numerator, which is 1, and then you introduce a negative to the power of the denominator. So what else are you supposed to do from that? What else are you supposed to do? So from there, after understanding these laws of logarithms, one thing you need to understand, these laws of indices, you need to understand the laws of logarithms. So laws of logarithms. So what are the laws of logarithms? So we'll start. So the laws of logarithms, when you have log a plus log a plus log b, log a plus log b, this is same as having log their a times b. And when you have log a minus log b, this is same as having log a divided by b. That's how it works. And again when you're having this is, we have talked about the plus, we also talked about the minus. So again when you're having something like log a to the power a, this becomes 1. Are you following? When you're having log a to the power a, that becomes 1. So these are some of the laws of logarithms. The other laws are going to come. The other laws are going to be put here. Let's also put that one. When you have, let's say you have log a to the power x equals to y. The log a to the power x equals to y. This is same as having the x equals to a to the power y, like that. So these are laws of logarithms. When you have such, one thing you need to understand when you're dealing with logarithms, you need to understand these laws. You also understand the laws of indices. What else do you do? For example, when you also have the log of m to the power n equals to the log of m to the power a. When you have logs of the same bases, for this one you should know that n is equals to a. This becomes your log when you have this. So what you need to understand there, on logarithms, I will first put examples. So example 1, evaluate the following. So let's evaluate this. Evaluate the following. A, you're going to have log, there are 3, log 9 base 3. B, log 27 base 3. C, we're going to have log 16 base 2. These will be our first examples under logarithm. So I want us to divide these logarithms into stages. So our first stage will be stage 1. stage 1, which is our example 1, stage 1 logarithms. So how do we solve? Solutions. How do we solve? So when you have log like 3, like 9 base 3, one step you need to understand, or the way you're supposed to solve this question, you need to start in this way. You need to solve in this way. This is our first question, which is A. You say let x be equal to the log 9 base 3. And then after that, what do? The 3, which is the base, is going to carry x as the power. The 3, which is the base, is going to carry x as the power. So you're going to have 3 to the power x is equals to 9. When you do this, it implies that you have eliminated the word log. You have eliminated the word log. So the 3 is going to carry x as the power. Then you equate it to 9. And then when you reach at this stage, is to make the bases to be the same. So the question you need to ask yourself, how many times can you multiply 3 to have 9? How many times can you multiply 3 to have 9? So there you know that you can multiply 3 twice in order for you to have 9. So you're going to have 3 to the power x is equals to 3 to the power 2. What did I tell you under the laws of logarithms? So for example, when you have log, I gave you an example, when you have log a to the power m equals to the log a to the power n. This becomes m is equals to n. So what does this mean? What does this imply? When you have the same bases and there's an equal sign in the middle, the powers become the answers. So x is equals to 2. This becomes the answer. Afterwards, b, you have log there 27, log 3, log 27 base 3. So what do? Same step. Let x be equal to log 27, and then afterwards 3 is going to carry x as the power, and then you put 27 here. Then you're going to make the bases become equal. How do you make this to become equal? How many times can you multiply 3 to have 27? It's 3 times, isn't it? So it will be x is equals to 3 to the power 3. Therefore, you're going to have x is equals to 3. This becomes the answer. Then we are having our third example, which is C. We have the log 2 there 16. So again, you say let x be equal to the log there 2 there 16. So 2 will carry x as the power. So it will be 2 to the power x is equals to 16. So how many times can you multiply 2 to have 16? So when you do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 2, so you can multiply 4 times. So you're going to have 2 to the power x is equals to 2 to the power 4. Therefore, x is equals to 4. This becomes your answer. So the other examples will be in this manner. So example 2 under stage 1. So under stage 1, example 2, evaluate the following. A, the log B, the log So these are our 2 examples. So what happens when a log is given in this manner? What happens when the log is given in this manner? So what do? Solutions. So A, we have in log, they are 1 over. So you say let x be equal to let x be equal to log the 3 the 81. So what do you do? Again, I'm repeating this. The base is the one which carries x as the power. The base is the one which carries x as the power. So it will be x to the power x is equals to x to the power x is equals to, you're going to have 1 over 81. So what do you do? You're going to make this one 81 becomes like 3. You're going to make 81 becomes like 3 to reduce the, the process of having a long equation. So you're going to do this. You do 3x is equals to 1 over, how many times can you multiply 3 to have 81? It's 4 times. So you put 4 there. Then you can change this one. You can change this one into a decimal number. What did I tell you under the laws of indices? When you have 1 over m to the power positive 2, you just introduce a negative to the power of this. So it will be m to the power negative what? Negative 2. Then you are going to have 3x is equals to 3 to the power what? Negative 4. And then since the bases are the same, the answer becomes x is equals to negative 4. This becomes your answer. So during your time, try to solve this one and respond in the comment section what you are going to find. Try to solve this one and respond in the comment section what you are going to find. This is our first stage of logarithms. Don't forget to subscribe the video and also like it. Like if you can, if you love what we have covered. Thank you.